are these people?
Oh, we're cooking with gas now.
Any better?
I sure am.
Any better to see chat? Not really. No,
If I'm being honest, no. But I still love you.
Well, that's okay. Trying to fix it. Nina Turner has conceded.
I really thought that that AOC endorsement was gonna kick it into high gear.
Yeah, I don't think it really had the quite intended effect, did it?
Well, the nice thing is that means I got a fat Hillary Clinton check coming my way. Okay. Yeah, this is another one off of Inauguration Gift, and one that I played at the Medicare for All March in Columbus. And that whole thing for me was just a big eureka moment of like, I've played live my whole life. I've never done such political material, these songs, for a crowd, especially a crowd that knew what they were in for and was on board with me. And that was just, God, I would do that every day if I could. So yeah, I'll never get to play this and not think of that. This is American tradition, and this is American tradition. Although he's not the slickest vulture to have ever picked a carcass, he's just the kind to catch us at our darkest for an easy harvest. Just the kind to serve us to the markets and see you lose your home before his donors let him bargain. Give a cop the go-ahead to shoot you in the leg before they let you harm a target. And being an American, I love watching garbage, but it's overload. And this is not my first rodeo. I don't drop mics, but I choke slam podiums, and so we go. Little bit of Troy, a little Roanoke. Karma, come and hold me close. Tell me how you told me, so I'm overboard, blowing out. I'm Holy Ghost and stolen shroud, soaked in old petroleum and calling down the rolling clouds. I slowly moved my mouth and formed the only sound I knew, and it was always out of tune, but it's the ugly fucking truth, and now it's flowing out. I break the banks, flood the basin. I transcribed a translation, spoken out of Morse code and straight into capsaicin. And God, I hope it suits your station, cause it's my last release that won't require proof of vaccination. I got all my rates adjusted for infection and inflation, bloating and decay and all the perks of radiation. We see the virus for the profits, not the patients. Honey, look at all these records set for all these corporations. When COVID started spreading, they were all the side of celebration. Now they got one record quarter in the bag and now they're all impatient. They would rather have a total tag than see a mouth to feed, or worse, a kid in need of education. And honey, only money's making that distinction. You know they're gonna thin the herd straight through starvation to the brink of our extinction. Capitalism favors innovation, and it is never at a loss for ways to make us hate our liberation and cloud our vision. Somewhere in America, a man with no money in the bank is on his way to City Hall to go complain about proposals for a soup kitchen. And he will never see that tiny bit of irony that floats in all the tragedy of his position. And he's not the only one, it's an American tradition. And so it goes in endless perpetuity. We've never deviated from the mission. I sat out the ritual, I listened from the sand, held my head between my hands and muttered dying would be easy, life's an everyday decision. And I'm not the only one, it's an American tradition. I bet bet you thought that Trump would go to jail and Joe would listen. And you're not the only one, it's an American tradition. I bet you thought that Trump would go to jail and Joe would listen. And you're not the only one, it's an American tradition.
I love how you like crack yourself up in the middle of your songs. It's absolutely great. How you
It's
try
so
to finish a
frustrating.
song.
I can either grit my teeth until they chip, or I can just laugh because there's only a couple options left with all this bullshit going on.
Right? How you try to finish a song, and I know you said like we were talking the other night about it, and you were saying like that. Sometimes people are like, "Are you laughing or crying?" You're like, "I'm kind of doing a little bit of both," and like, "It sounds like that."
Right
it's like,
on that line, buddy. Yep.
I don't know which one I'm doing most of the time.
Yep.
So, oh goodness, like, that's sin. There's cynic. Thank you.
All of the above.
This American
Unstable.
tradition. Yep, that's right. This is by Jesse from his album Inauguration Gift. Thank you for putting that up there. Charlie Mack, welcome.